Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nidus Anarchy series. I'm your host Adam, the CIO and co-founder of Nidus. Today we're going to be talking about how Elon Musk is pissed off at Microsoft for forcing him to use a live account to sign into his new Windows laptop. So Elon Musk recently tweeted out, we're going to say tweeted because I still don't have a comfortable term for Xing, because that sounds like you're crossing something else, so we're going to stick with tweeting. And he tweeted out, just bought a new PC laptop and it won't let me use it unless I create a Microsoft account, which also means I'm giving their AI access to my computer. This is messed up. There used to be an option to skip signing into or creating a Microsoft account. Are you seeing this too? Then the world blew up. Because you have people that know nothing about technology being like, Microsoft is doing everything. And then you have people that know everything about technologies being like, you can absolutely get around that. It's not that hard. And then community notes wind up flagging his own tweet saying that it's actually possible. And then he tweeted out again. One, he said, it's not cool, Microsoft. And then two, he said, no, actually, that thing doesn't work. It actually is a pain in the ass. And the community notes are wrong. So then the community notes got updated again to say, okay, actually you can, but yeah, it's difficult, not really laid out the way. So let's go into this first off. So the fact that Windows requires you to have a Microsoft account, yes, that is super lame. Apple has the iCloud account, so I understand why they do it. They want all your information. They want to have you tied into the ecosystem and all that stuff. Unfortunately, Microsoft's ecosystem is garbage. But what Musk is specifically talking about is Microsoft's AI system is scouring the laptop through all the files to learn off of there, and then it's sending all that information back up to their servers. I'm sure he has crazy sensitive information on his personal laptop that he doesn't want anyone, especially Microsoft, who in a weird way would be a competitor in certain sorts, to know about him. So very valid tweet. Now, what I wanted to do was say, okay, let's take a step back. Let's rationalize this and find out, what does it take to create a local account on your machine? Is it something as simple as you just can't find the link because they've hidden it, which I think is super shady, or is it something more involved? So after a little hunting and sleuthing, we found this. So I'm going to show you here. So I found this forum article that goes through all these steps. So notice here I'm on step 21. I'm skipping a lot of steps here and this is a base install of Windows. This is not like, hey, you signed up. It goes through all this crap. But we're going to skip all that and just get to the part of how you get around to create a local account. So what you need to do when you get to this screen where it's saying, let's add your Microsoft account, you need to put in a fake email address, and not any fake email address, a specific fake email address of fake@fake.com. This is not mentioned anywhere. And this is where the super shadiness takes place and why Elon Musk is very much in the right to being pissed off at Microsoft, because no one is ever going to figure this out unless you're absolutely paranoid and do not want to use a Microsoft account. You're just eventually going to give up and just make one thinking it's not possible. So this forum found out, I don't even know how they figured this out, but fake@fake.com, then you put in a bogus password, then it fails and says, oops, something went wrong. Then you can go next and then type in your create a local account. This is how we used to crack software back in the day. So when we had like serial generators and stuff, which is hilarious because on here, let me see if I can find it. Apparently when you install Windows 11, which I believe this is, I've given up on keeping track of Windows because I don't own a Windows machine. It's telling you that you got to put in your license key. And this is the exact hack that we used to do back in the day to get around license keys for Windows, right? So we'd have a generator of some kind, and hypothetically speaking, and that generator would spit out keys, or you maybe hypothetically have a list of keys from places or MSDN licenses or other random ways that you have licenses. And the problem is it goes online to validate the keys. So what you do is it says, hey, you need to connect to your network, and oh no, the network is disabled. You kill the router, you unplug it, you do all these things, and then it fails. And then it says, oh, I'm unable to validate the key. And it throws you through this manual process. It dumps you into the system where then you have to put in this validation key. Now, normally what you do is you'd have to call up a 1-800 number, read your license key, which is like this crazy long string of letters and numbers, and then hopefully you said them all right, and then they reply back to you with an even longer, crazier random letters and numbers that you have to then punch in, and then if it all validates out, you're now considered activated and you're good to go. So the hack was you would have a tool that either it would give you both the serial number and the key that it would then you would punch in secondarily, or it would just completely bypass that screen, or it would do some other fun stuff. But this reminds me of those times, because what it's saying is put in fake information, break the internet connection so it can't call home, and then do this little hack to get your local account. So Microsoft employed how everyone else used to break their software to get around having all your stuff snooped on. So I hope Microsoft makes a change on this. I also hope Microsoft stops asking for serial numbers for Windows. I'm pretty sure we've moved on. All OSs should just be free with the hardware that you're buying at this point, in my opinion. I bet they disagree with that. And I will never install Windows, especially now, because you can see the direction they're going. If this is where they're at now, where are they going to be next year, 2 years from now, right? They're just going to be forcing this down your throat. So if you're a Windows person, maybe this is a good reason to go and switch over to Apple. I know you hear me complaining about Apple a lot, but overall, I still prefer their machines over all the others. Or go Linux. Ubuntu Linux is out there. It works great. It integrates with pretty much everything. And for what most people do, which is I surf the net, I check email, and I complain about stuff that I don't like. You can do that on Ubuntu. My mom could do that on Ubuntu right now if you just said, this is the browser. From that point forward, I'm pretty sure she's got it, which means you could too. So ditch Windows. Go for Linux. It's free. See you guys.